Karen Cleary left Jamaica for the United Kingdom at age 18. There, she did well for herself, working as a beautician and hairdresser. Karen lived in England for 20 years. By this time, she was now Karen Cleary Brown, married to a British national, Ken Brown. Karen had big dreams and she worked hard. At the top of her list of things to accomplish was building her dream home back in Jamaica. Originally from Boscobel, St. Mary, she worked on this dream for the past 7 years, traveling between Jamaica and England to ensure that the construction was exactly how she envisioned it to be. St. Mary is one of the smallest parishes located on the northeastern side of the island, its capital being Port Maria. It is well known for its natural beauty and agricultural products, especially bananas. If you've ever had banana chips, a popular snack from Jamaica, it's likely from St. Mary, one of its main producers. This parish also boasts several renowned Jamaican musicians, such as Capleton, Sizzler, and Tanya Stevens, to name a few. Famous comedian Oliver Samuels and former beauty pageant Lisa Hanna are products of this beautiful parish. And if that wasn't enough, Ian Fleming's well-known author made it his home, where he was able to write his infamous James Bond series. Presently, the Ian Fleming's Airport is named in his honor. Karen would visit the island every 6 months periodically to supervise the construction of her dream home. On one of those visits, where it was customary to call her mom and friend Andy, she did not. She went missing on November 25, 2018. It is unclear as to who contacted the police first, but her friend Andy Kane contacted the Jamaican news team, informing them of her disappearance. He stated that it was out of character for her to not communicate with her family or himself on a daily basis, and it had now been 5 days since no one had heard from her. With initial reports, it was speculated that Andy Kane was her partner. Maybe it was because of his quick initiative to contact local law enforcement, or he was just a genuinely concerned friend. No one knows, but it was at Kane's insistence that this case was now widely publicized, updating his social media page ever so often as the police made strides with their investigations. He also claimed that a report was made to the Oracobessa police station, but the police insisted that no such report was made. Regardless, it was now the task of the police force to investigate what really happened to Karen Cleary Brown. It was now 9 days since Karen disappeared, and the police, through their investigations, were closer to making an arrest. 32-year-old Sheldon Hewitt was the caretaker on her property at the time and was hired by Karen, who also gave him a place to stay while she was away. Suspicions were aroused by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, as Hewitt had made a missing persons report, but there were several inconsistencies in his report, which alerted the detectives to widen and intensify their investigations. He was subsequently arrested and charged. Sheldon Hewitt later confessed that there was a dispute between himself and Mrs. Brown regarding how work was being carried out. During this altercation, a knife was used to stab her 9 times, leading to her death. Prior to Karen's disappearance, it is alleged that Hewitt had fled to the parish from St. Catherine, where it was believed that he had shot and injured a man. He led investigators to her partially decomposed body, found on December 3, 2018, which was buried in a shallow grave on her own property. The police later surmised that had he not confessed, they would not have found the body even with the help of cadaver dogs. Hewitt had skillfully wrapped the body in tarpaulin and covered it with cement. Just days after Karen's body was discovered, her brother and mother visited the home but was pleasantly surprised when hoodlums raided the property in the early hours of the morning, stealing food items, alcohol, and work tools. Her brother explained that they were locked inside a room that the thieves did not enter. The police were eventually called and stayed with the family for the remainder of the night. Her brother also explained that since the death of Karen, their mother's health had deteriorated tremendously, where she now suffers from heart and nerve conditions. Karen's friend Andy Kane had not been dealing with her death very well, and stated that she was a shining star in his world for over 13 years, and now that world has become dark. Ken Brown, who was the husband of Karen since 2004, also came forward to praise the efforts of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, whom he stated kept him up to date with the latest developments as the case unfolded. Mr. Brown, who was on the island at the time, described his wife as an excellent cook, loving and engaging with a strong character. He also stated that he was devastated by her death, as they had big plans of visiting Thailand on her return to England. When asked by the press about his wife's friend Andy Kane, who was described in the media as her partner, Mr. Brown confirmed that he was in fact her friend. Although there has been an uptick in the deaths of returning residents, Minister of National Security Horace Chang has confirmed that some of these murders were as a result of domestic disputes and not necessarily targeted attacks, as stated by Mr. Percival Latouche, President of the Jamaican Association for the Resettlement of Returning Residents. The government of Jamaica has been taking steps to assist the plight of those returning to the island, working closely with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and also looking into a special task force to address this growing concern. Karen Cleary Brown was 44 years of age at the time of her untimely death and was later buried in Walkerswood, St. Anne. Up until the time of this recording, confessed killer Sheldon Hewitt was still remanded in custody. For more crime stories within Jamaica and the Jamaican diaspora, please subscribe, like, and share. This is Marsha. Thank you for watching more of What You Love on Island Crimes.